much worse.
Good morning, Lompoc.
So much worse.
Changing, but we're excited to have you here from whether you're local or not local. Thank you for being here. We're happy to have you.
Sorry, go on.
We have a packed show today. Hopefully, we were rushing right at the last second to get everything loaded in, so hopefully it all works out today. Be sure to share this with your friends. You can start a watch party, help them wake up with something to smile about.
Just 1 second. Okay,
Thank you, guys.
now we should be good.
Okay.
That's better.
All right, let me mute that. Okay, so how about some happy news?
Yeah, so I feel like we've been doing a lot of Zoom. I'm really familiar with the app now. We even celebrated a friend's birthday who we hadn't actually seen in a few years. And so it was kind of cool to be able to see some people we haven't seen in a while. And it's all because of this virtual connectedness. So I thought that was kind of cool. Our Ohana group here at CrossFit Ohana, we had a little get together yesterday morning via Zoom, which that's what the Good Morning Lompoc was from
we all dressed
earlier.
Up a little bit.
So that was kind of interesting too. I grabbed the first outfit that came to mind there.
This is what I usually wear on Thursdays.
Yeah, exactly. And then we have a lot of people in the community that are doing cool things and still getting out there and helping one another. So
small town love right here.
Yeah, big shout out to Tom's Burgers. So
Tom's Burgers celebrated, I think, 40 years in business this past year. That's crazy. 40 years as a restaurant. Anyway, they're helping to feed the community. They cooked a great meal for the whole hospital the other day. That's pretty awesome.
Yep. 50 staff. 50 of the staff were well fed and fueled for the rest of the day, which was just awesome.
That's incredible. Thank you, Toms.
Yep. Thank you, Toms. And thank you to everybody still working on the front lines, all our healthcare workers, people in grocery stores. Thank you for being out, getting up every day and continuing to do what you do while we all stay home and get half dressed from the waist up. So, no, but seriously, thank you. And let's all try to continue to do our part to stay home as much as possible. And when we do go out, make sure to cover up our faces if we can, right? Yeah. So,
speaking of something pretty awesome, there's a company, one of our largest manufacturers here in Lompoc, is called Denmat, and they've been here for a couple of years. They moved from Santa Maria. Great company. Obviously, what's happening right now has been very traumatic, but they've still found a way to step up and provide some help for the community. So they were able to make hand sanitizer from products that they had in-house. So they've started making that. They've donated some to the Lompoc Police Department to keep them safe. So it's little gestures and little efforts like that. Even under the circumstances, people are stepping up, and that is so, so awesome.
Yep.
Thank you to Dave Casper and everyone at Denmat. I know they're going through a lot of tough times right now, and we hope that they can rebound.
Yeah. And speaking of hand sanitizer, our friend Brittany Miranda, who owns a Spokenbody Massage, that's closed right now, obviously, because we're not supposed to touch each other. But unless you live with that person, and unfortunately I chose them. But she showed us how to make our own hand sanitizer at home. So I wanted to play that little video from Brittany.
Thank you, Brittany.
My name is Brittany Skinner. I'm a massage therapist here in Lompoc, California. I'm also the owner of Spokenbody Massage on Vandenberg Air Force Base and also in Lompoc. I have been making my own homemade hand sanitizer with an alcohol base for the last couple weeks, and I wanted to share it with you so you can too. on it, that's it. Super easy. Half of those ingredients were optional. Stay safe out there, guys. Enjoy. Thank you for watching.
So that was Brittany. Thank you so much, Brittany. Brittany dropped off some hand sanitizer to us about 3 weeks ago. So,
2 bottles. We're so lucky.
yeah, and it feels really nice. I have kind of eczema on my hands, so my hands
really
kind
dry
of
hands.
they're very dry, and they get easily irritated. And this was one hand sanitizer, that first hand sanitizer I've used, that did not bother my hands. And I think it's just the combination of like the vegetable glycerin and a lot of the other things that maybe vitamin E oil that weren't you don't have to have those, but they help make your hands nice. But the most important thing is to use a minimum of 60% isopropanol, and then 60% ethanol, or 70% isopropanol. So if you have like 120 proof grain alcohol at home, that'll work.
So just to clarify, that means that your 40% or 80 proof vodka isn't going to cut it.
No.
It's not going to be strong enough.
So whatever it is, divide it by 2. That's your alcohol
In
percentage.
a fun but silly way, worst case scenario, a bottle of rum 151.
Yeah, Bacardi 151.
But it's going to smell like rum. That could work too.
You could smell like a party, basically.
Don't drink too much of that, and
no,
don't light
put it on your
yourself on fire.
hands, and then
don't use a lighter when you're doing this stuff either. Okay. All right. Let's see. So
you want to mention the mask thing that you posted earlier?
We were going to show you guys, but if you can go on the Good Morning Lompoc Facebook page, you'll see we just shared a post from the Santa Barbara County Health, and it's coming down from those on high, so to speak, in our leadership. But it looks like it's time to start wearing a face mask out in public. I know that seems a little bit crazy, but it's what we got to do to keep ourselves and others safe, so that we're not transmitting or spreading this virus. So we've got a couple we were going to show you guys how to do it, but we can't do it as well as some other people.
Well, we really ran out of time.
Yes,
burning the midnight oil, basically.
Well, we're going to work on this today, making our own.
Yeah, but this is more so like just a temporary fix until you can go out and get one. This was, somebody posted this online. I just thought it was really creative, using just a handkerchief or a scarf. And like our music. Awesome. But also some people in Lompoc who are crafty and can sew have put together a little Facebook group called Just Breathe Lompoc. This was awesome. So you can join if you have sewing skills. It looks like they are getting people to join.
Lompoc.
I like the description of this group. It was created to inspire each other to make face masks during this crazy time. And it says that their double-sided fabric masks offer 78 protection against airborne germs. So they want to make them and give them away, I think. So
that's really cool.
Yeah, I thought that was awesome.
And the whole idea with the mask is so that if you're coughing or sneezing, that all those droplets aren't getting out into the air or on surfaces. So even if you don't feel sick or don't think you have the virus or may not get it, let's try to protect ourselves and others, especially the seniors and those that are vulnerable. It's very important. All right.
All right. So next, we had Mayor Jenelle Osborne come on with us the other day. So we got to interview her. It was a longer interview, but she had a lot of really important stuff to say. So this is we tried to cut it down as much as we could. And there was one point that she made that we had to cut. It was a little bit too long, but it was really valuable. And she was reminding us that the grocery store is not a family outing. So designate one person of your family to go to the grocery store and just send that one person. We're trying to keep as many people home as possible so that we can protect the people that are on the front lines.
People. We're all getting antsy. We want to go out. We want to do great things. We can still go outside. We just need to keep our distance. We can see nature. We can do lots of those things. But
you want to go on a hike. But the grocery store is it's hard to stay away from other people in a grocery store. So let's try to keep the grocery stores less crowded.
Thank you to the mayor for taking her time and for keeping our community updated. Really appreciate it.
Hi, I'm Jenelle Osborne, mayor for the city of Lompoc. I moved here in 1999-2000. We bought a house by choice. Santa Barbara really wasn't for us. We couldn't afford to live there, even though the job had brought my husband there. And we really hadn't felt at home till we came up and visited Lompoc. And I felt this community was just on the verge of being even more amazing than I know it already is, and wanted to help bring it there. So I started volunteering and getting involved, and very happy to be elected and represent such an amazing community. Lompoc really to me is already a caring and giving community, and I think COVID-19 and stay at home and all of these rules we're prepared to deal with, and really can care for each other in a way we're more prepared for than a lot of the surrounding communities.
Elaborate on the big picture of the city, and then maybe go down the road of talking about city workers and how things have changed there.
When it comes to the public safety, they are the front line on this. Our fire department still responds the same way as our ambulance service. So they are putting on hazmat equipment before going in to assess an individual needing assistance that's medical care if they're the first on the scene. For our police department, they are out and about. They're still patrolling. They are focusing primarily on major crimes, domestic violence, those kinds of issues. Anything that is a stolen car or somebody breaking in, they're asking you to use our online portal or to call the non-emergency line to file those. And as an additional layer of protection, because all of the police department, including dispatch and the officers and those that are record and technicians, all work from the same facility, we have shut down the lobby. So you can go to the front door, and there is a phone outside now. It used to be inside the lobby. It's now outside the lobby. So you still have direct contact. It's just not in the lobby, so that we reduce the potential transmission. The city council at this moment, we don't have the money to waive payment of your utilities. We're assessing what that might look like and where those funds might come from. But for the moment, you don't have to worry about late fees. They are not going to turn your utilities off if you can't pay right now. And we have payment plans that we can work with you of any form while you go through the hardships that we're all experiencing with loss of jobs or furloughs.
3 weeks ago, we passed sales tax, right? That's what we were concerned about for funding. And now it's a surreal new world. So what have been maybe some of the positive stories or positive threads that you've seen kind of come out of this?
Sure. So yes, first and foremost, given the current emergency, I'm very relieved that the community did pass the sales tax. So thank you to everyone for understanding its needs. And I think even more than when we put it on the ballot, the first line to say maintain and improve city services, this may actually be one of the few things that we have that helps us get through much of the loss of sales tax, reduction in property taxes, and definitively the hotel tax being paid. So we're going to see that impact, and having that additional revenue is an opportunity for us to hopefully stay afloat just regarding city services from the general fund aspect, which is 80% public safety. We set up a hotline, and initially it was designed just to share with you city issues that you might be coming across, trying to pay your bills, trying to gain access to the lobby and it being shut down. And what we've discovered and continued to do is collect information regarding the hospital, the school district, the county, how to get help, where the organizations are. So we've started a huge database of information, and if we don't have the answer, our goal is to take your name and number and the question, go find an answer and call you back and add it to that list of resources for the next time somebody asks the question that we initially didn't have an answer for. Seniors in our community who might be isolated, one way they can connect is give them 3 sheets of construction paper, especially those of you that have kids and have it, one in green, one in yellow, and one in red. Clean it all up, leave them a nice packet at their door, knock, step 6 feet back, leave those with them and ask them to put them in the window. And green is everything's great, I'm doing fine. Yellow is an indicator they need some sort of help. And that might be a run to the grocery store. It might need to be my phone's not working, or something's gone wrong with one of my toilet's backing up and I could use assistance. Or red. Red means please knock on the door. Please find out what's going on. I have either symptoms myself of COVID-19, or I've got another issue and I need assistance, so call 911. You can work out with your neighbor what that red means and make sure you have a phone number for them. But I'd really like for us that are healthy to practice the social distancing, but find ways to communicate with those that might not be on Facebook or Instagram or on the web. That's the part of the community I'm most worried about. So if we can figure out ways to communicate that still practice social distancing, I'm looking for it, and that's one of them. It was a great idea, and I thought we really need to share that with those of us that aren't on the web.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, that was awesome. Thank you, Jenelle.
We're going to do our best to try to check in with her every week or two. Things move so quickly, so it's just nice to get an update from headquarters and kind of know what our local government is doing and working through this very challenging time that we're going through.
Yep. So we hope that was helpful.
Yes.
So wanted to get into some more funny stuff, a little bit of levity, right?
So now that we've got some of
the... quick note. I did get a text while that video was happening. So the folks from Just Breathe Lompoc who are making the masks are going to be at the Route 1 Farmers Market this weekend, it sounds like. So I don't know if they'll have a booth there, but I got just a little bit of information. So maybe just keep an eye out on the Route 1 Facebook page or check in with the Just Breathe group. So if you are looking to pick up a mask from them, I think that's a great resource. So thank you.
And before I forget, I know a few of you kind of need to come and go as you please or need to do something else. We've got a couple more minutes for the show, but again, tonight is Friday night and we have a happy hour where we go live at 5:30. So if you need to go, no problem, but hopefully you can come back and join us tonight. Any beverage is just fine. Kids are welcome.
But we'll be joined by Sarah and Joey Gumer of Transcendence. So ideally, open your favorite bottle of Transcendence wines. And if you bought those bottles that we mentioned last week, that La Pareja Grenache Syrah blend and the Chardonnay, they'll be talking about those as well. But we'll just be hanging out, chatting with them.
And if you're not into wine and you just want to hang out and laugh a little bit and just have some fun, that's what we're trying to do.
Yep.
So please join us.
So into the funny stuff.
Let's have fun now.
Yes.
All right.
You found a couple things, didn't you?
Yeah. Random things.
So we thought this was awesome. A lot of you are working from home with kids. This was just great.
Don't try this at home.
Well, or do. I mean, it doesn't. Or you could play a game out of this.
Homeschooling.
This could be, kind of like a
timeout, perhaps here.
Different roles, or And then I also really like this. These were some great names. So
right. So we were figuring, like a lot of people might, I don't know, in 8, 9, 10 months, there could be some a new generation of folks showing up on the planet. So this was some ideas, inspiration for baby names.
I like Mia Corona.
That's McCovid is a good middle name, perhaps.
Maybe if we foster a cat or something.
What are some
future.
Corona Lisa?
Yes,
nice.
Little Rona.
Mia Corona.
I like Little Rona.
Yeah, there's some. Anyway, there's some inspiration there. If you need to see this again or you get stuck on a name, just let us know. We have lots of ideas.
And since we don't have kids to exploit for this show, although I wish we did now, just to show them off and make them do things for us to create content.
Still have a baby.
We do have a fur baby, and we made a little video with her. So here we go.
Do you want to go outside? You want to go outside? You do. You want to go outside? Okay, let's go outside. Let's go outside.
We love her so much. We're gonna interview her on one of these shows eventually.
I've had her since she was a baby, and she's 16.
Yeah, so she's like 80 plus years old in cat years, but she still rolls over. Next time we'll show you. I taught her to roll over on command, and it's just fun. She's awesome. And if you have a little animal at home, give them a little bit of love. Yeah. They're always kind of
She's helping us through this too, right?
Yes. Okay. So that's the cat stuff.
Yep.
As are we going into the cocktail?
Yeah. So Again, Sarah and
This is gonna be
Joey
so
Gumier
fun.
tonight with some our little wine happy hour. But before that, if you want to have a little cocktail with us, we are focused on cilantro this week since we have a lot of cilantro, and we thought we'd make a cocktail out of cilantro. So,
And Michelle, before you hit play,
Yep.
Michelle invited my twin brother
yes,
to come and to bartend for us. He's a little bit out there, so bear with him, but he
and
means
he's
well.
very verbose, just like
He talks
Jeremy.
a lot.
Yeah, This-
I'm a better listener
yeah.
than he is.
So
but-
this is Brad. Say hi to Brad.
Hi, Brad.
Hello there, and welcome to another edition of My Favorite Bartender, also known as Pregame for Happy Hour with the Balls. Today, we've decided to mix it up a bit and make a complicated cocktail easier by showing you how. And our chopped ingredient for the day is something you wouldn't normally see in a cocktail, but we decided to take the challenge and try to do something fun. And what do you know, it turned out delicious. Just ask my wife. Michelle, wake up. Okay, moving forward. So our ingredient, our chopped ingredient is cilantro. This beautiful cilantro is delivered to us in a beautiful box from Dare to Dream Farms. You can see that right there. Beautiful. Cilantro. What if I don't love cilantro? Well, you could substitute it with maybe basil or just leave it out. It's totally fine. And then you might say, well, I might have all of this green stuff in my teeth. Yes, that's true, but we're all quarantined and no one cares. But if you're stressed about it, or on a first date, virtually, maybe just strain it. So I'm using a delicious tequila that didn't pay me to show you what brand, but it's delicious. I'm using a shot of that and a half a shot of some mezcal that we brought back from Oaxaca, Mexico. It's amazing. Just gives a little bit of smokiness maybe and all of those flavors. It's just wonderful. Fresh pressed lime juice. We've just already gotten that done. And then my wonderful wife, Michelle, in her creativity, instead of just making a simple syrup, which a lot of bartenders will have, which is just sugar dissolved in water, this is sugar dissolved in water, but we've used ginger. So to make this magical ginger syrup, what we're gonna do is grab the half cup measuring cup. We're gonna do half a cup of sugar and also half a cup of water, half a cup of cut ginger that we've peeled. We're gonna take all those ingredients and simmer that on the stove on low for roughly half an hour. Cool it in the fridge and then it'll be ready for this evening's happy hour. So let's get started with the simple stuff first. What I've done here is put some agave nectar in a small dish. I have my cup and I have this sweet hibiscus salt that we're gonna use. And I'm just gonna take my cup and I'm gonna start to turn it around just like that. So there we go, we've got a great base to get started. I'm gonna grab my favorite tequila. Doesn't have to be your most expensive, but it should be good quality. So I've used 1 shot of tequila. So let's say a half a shot of my mezcal. And if you don't like mezcal, you can just maybe put a little extra tequila in there. Okay, so then I've got a tiny bit of agave nectar. Okay, now I do like to use the salt. Put a tiny bit in there. I have my fresh pressed lime juice. This is 1 tablespoon, which is roughly half a shot. So basically a full shot of lime juice. Now, magic sauce. We have that beautiful ginger simple syrup. I have a half tablespoon here. And because we like cilantro, I'm just gonna grab some pretty leaves here. If you don't have this, that's just fine. You can use the end of a knife or anything that presses down in there. But anyway, we're gonna muddle that a little bit and break it up. Now I've got some ice. There's a whole lot of shaking going on. But wait, there's more. One more trick. Well, see that beautiful color on the bottom? That's just from the glass, so that's pretty. But what if I want to put color into the cocktail? Well, check this out. Avoid the food coloring, that's fake. You can use something simple like 2 little blueberries. Look at that, 2 blueberries. Drop them right in there. Shake it up a little bit. Voila. Okay, so there you have it. You are so very welcome. We'll see you tonight at happy hour.
Yeah. You're very welcome. Yeah, that was a lot of fun, Michelle.
That was fun.
I think we I worked on 2 or 3 versions last night. And
He forgot the ginger syrup on the first one, but it actually was really good. It was savory.
But there was cilantro in all 3 versions
Yeah,
that we
cilantro
made.
in cocktails is really good.
If you can put a garden in your
If
cocktail.
it doesn't taste
it's-
like soap to you, then try it.
So, and it's a token of health to see a little bit of green in your cocktail, I think.
And you can really use any salt that you want. We had some fancy salts from my fancy pants sister who gave us some cool salts, so we decided to try them.
And
But
feel free to break the rules.
yeah, but a touch of salt in anything just heightens the flavor. So
especially if you balanced it with a tiny bit of sweetness and some acid from
Yep.
the citrus.
Yep.
Very important.
Yep, absolutely.
Awesome. All right, we're getting into the home stretch. You guys are awesome. Don't forget about happy hour tonight. Where are we going next, Michelle?
So next week we'll be chatting with the Hurd family.
Yes.
They're adorable. So they own Life Chiropractic here in town, and Kim Hurd is a school teacher over at Manzanita. They've got 2 really, really cute kids. So we're going to be chatting with them next week. Here's a couple clips that they sent us. And most people might know them already.
Is it T-Rex?
Was it a T-Rex?
Oh, the dragon cape is turning me into a dragon. You have to run.
We
All right.
parents are cool.
Yeah, they are super cool.
We're gonna maybe adopt them as parents too.
And maybe use their kids for content.
I just want to go running around in circles. That's so much fun. Thank you guys. We look forward to talking with them.
Yeah, thank you.
And, they answer a lot of really important questions about having a small business in Lompoc,
Mm-hmm.
about the beauty and the wealth of compassion that exists here in
And
the
why
community.
they ended up back here
and
in
how they could
Lompoc.
have gone anywhere in America. True story.
And they kept zeroing in
and it
on
came
Lompoc.
right back here.
Yep.
So we're very excited to have them, and we hope you get to know them very well.
So before we leave you with our moment of Zen, which
Yes.
is just meant to maybe
I have to
practice
give a
our
shout
deep
out to
breathing.
that.
Okay, go for
I
it.
have to give a shout out. Our really good friend and just amazing winemaker, Rick Longoria, who is
Yep.
Lompoc centric as it
Yes.
comes, gave me a call, gave us some really cool compliments about this little show, and had a really good suggestion to just, as we exit the show, to leave you all with what we're calling a moment of Zen, or other people have called, but
Yep.
just to appreciate the beauty that exists here in our area.
Yep.
And just remember to take a deep breath and enjoy life as much as you can.
Yep.
And yeah.
All right, so
Check
I'll
it out.
play
Thank
that for you
We'll
guys
see
now.
You,
See you tonight.
see you
at
tonight,
fi-
5:30.
Are we doing 5:30? Was it 5:30? Yeah,
5:30.
5:30 tonight for happy
hour with the balls. 5:30. We hope to see you tonight. Set a reminder.
Yes.
Invite your friends.
And
You're
just
all welcome.
remember, be conscious. We can't flatten this curve unless you participate.
Stay home.
So
Don't forget the mask.
Yep.
Don't touch your face. Wash your hands.
Yep.
And we'll see you tonight. Thank you guys.
Thank you guys. Bye.